HCTV Sports is supported by Balanced Wealth Management, Retirement, Planning, Expertise. Farmers Insurance, the Katie Lindbergh Agency. Katie Lindbergh, Hastings Downtown Farmers Insurance. If you don't know insurance, you need to know her.
First goal of the year goes for the Raiders.
Oh, beautiful shot there. Nicely done. Gets the pin.
Oh, was that beautiful? Onside kick, and it's recovered by Hastings.
And he's rung up for strike 3.
Zablawi! Touchdown Raiders!
We welcome you to Hastings, Minnesota, here on this beautiful Wednesday, May 8th, 2024, for a matchup between the Hastings Raiders and Minneapolis girls lacrosse. We have a beautiful evening here, 72 degrees. My name is Carl Warner, and we are going to take you here the whole way. It'll be myself and the amazing Hastings Community TV crew. Last night we had a boys victory over Rochester. Tonight we are looking to extend the streak, looking at the Metro East Conference here. Hastings currently 4th place with a 1-3 record, 4-3 overall. The Raiders looking for their 2nd conference win tonight. St. Paul Two Rivers Co-op and Tartan have not won a conference game all year. Matamidi is currently in the lead of the Metro East Conference. On the Minneapolis side of things, we are going to be looking at the Tri-Metro Conference. Minneapolis, this is going to be the story of tonight's game. Minneapolis is like the Detroit Lions in 2009. They have not won a game. They are 0-6 in the conference, 0-8 overall, and they are a co-op of all of their high schools in Minneapolis. Minneapolis has 7 public high schools, and all of these girls on the Minneapolis team, they any one of them can, it's open tryouts for their JV/varsity team. Here tonight, that is going to be our goalie for Minneapolis, Maddie Warrington. She is a freshman. And here is the Hastings goalie in net tonight for the Raiders. Going to be Claire Kachuria. Kachuria versus Warrington. And we're off. Raiders starting to, they want to go fast. Schulte had a quick shot. Minneapolis trying to recover. Minneapolis is able to break out of the zone here. This early scare. You almost want to call them the Minneapolis Lakers, but that's, of course, the former basketball team before they moved to Los Angeles. Minneapolis, the girls lacrosse team, doesn't have an official mascot. Just similar to Rochester last night for the boys. Pass across was not able to come through. Going to be Raider ball. Excuse me, that's going to come up Minneapolis, but one of the Raider players was very nice to give it back. That's going to be Clara Birkin. Clara Birkin, 12 goals on the season, wants to get her matching with her jersey number, 12-12. Raider ball. Here comes Grace Gerlach. Grace Gerlach. Here comes the Raiders in the middle, looking for the shot, and that's going to go in. First Raider goal of the evening. 1-0 Raiders. Haley Siebenaller. Schulte almost handed it off to Siebenaller there on the ground. Siebenaller was winding her stick up above, trying to get the right angle on that, and she put it right where it wasn't gonna be stopped, between the legs of Warrington. 1-0 Raiders. There's a good replay of Siebenaller right there. Our officials tonight, Bob Drish and Will Donovan here at Todd Field. Mentioned before, the Raiders are in 4th place of the Metro East. Last year, They only won 2 conference games last year. They're looking to match that tonight. Here comes Elena Knoll, and she puts it behind. Raider goal. Elena Knoll puts the Raiders up 2-0 here early in the first. Now the Raiders have been going so quick here as we see a replay. Here is Elena Knoll, number 7 there right in the middle, breaking through the Minneapolis defenders. So, as mentioned before, Minneapolis, for better or for worse, has been trying to find an adjective here that's appropriate. Minneapolis has not been good. That's what we're going to say. They have lost all 8 games they've played so far. They're last place in the Tri-Metro, and they are yet to win a game. Their worst loss of the year was 1-19 on May 2nd against Gentry Academy. Now, most of their losses have been extreme blowouts. The closest loss was a 1-3 defeat versus Bloomington Kennedy and Burnsville, that co-op there, on April 24th. Minneapolis has been so... the scores have not come out for them. Minneapolis has lost by a combined score across all 8 of their games, 15-105. And there's another Raider goal. Warrington is not having a great afternoon so far. We'll see if head coach Veronica Nash wants to make any goalie substitutions, but hopefully Minneapolis can give Warrington some breathing room here. Hastings is just putting it on. Riley Schulte was the one that put that one in. No scoring from Grace Gerlach yet. 3-0 Raiders. So yeah, Minneapolis hasn't just been losing, they've been losing by a lot. Their goal differential is -90. Hastings, in 7 games, in comparison, has a goal differential of 63-94, which is still in the negative. It's -31, but it's significantly less negative than Minneapolis. Minneapolis has players representing Roosevelt High School, Anthony High School, Washburn, and Southwest High School. 9 players from Southwest, 6 players from Washburn, 1 from Roosevelt, and 2 from Anthony. Minneapolis now with their first significant time in the Raider zone tonight, trying to give Kachuria a run for her money, trying to get something on the board going. Keep in mind, Minneapolis is averaging 1 goal for all of their games. Minneapolis loses it behind the net. Got a very easy jersey combination to distinguish tonight. Of course, the Raiders wearing their trademark white and blue home, which are brand new uniforms this year. They look amazing. Minneapolis wearing their bold black and white jerseys. Very easy to see the numbers from the press box, so we thank Minneapolis for that. Minneapolis gets the ball back, but it's not going to be able to be reached there by the Raider midfielder who can't cross that 30-yard line. So that's why that Raider player didn't immediately go for that ball. For those of our fans who are new to lacrosse. The Raiders are going to lose this one, and the Raider midfielder offsides. Official saying that she went over. That's the danger. It's like almost a invisible barrier. Minneapolis girls lacrosse, established in 2005. Assistant coach Avery Chessman and Andrea Estrada. Minneapolis has 3 seniors, 5 juniors, 2 sophomores, 7 freshmen, and 3 8th graders. Minneapolis still in control here. They've been in control for the last couple of minutes, breaking towards the front. Holding on to it. Minneapolis trying to control the pace. This is Gabby. Puts it behind. That's going to be a goal for Minneapolis. 3-1 Raider lead still, but that's going to be Minneapolis' first goal of the game. Gabby Buehringer. Number 23 there, right in the middle. Staring down the Hastings defender, Olivia Schultz. Bierringer puts it right behind the goalie. 3-1 Raiders now with 8 minutes and 7 seconds left to go in the first quarter. For our face-off here. We're going to do it again. Ball's going to be warded out. Have some players changing here on the fly. And we're going to get going again. Haley Miller has the ball for Minneapolis. Gives it up to a teammate. There in the blue shirt we have Brady Wozvik. Used to be heavily involved with the boys program, now helping out on in the assistant coach role for the girls program here in Hastings. Miller dishes it. Midness dishes it, excuse me. Get these two rosters in front of me. Olive Carlson, number 18, just gave it up. Bierringer still with the ball, running behind the net, looking for the best angle, trying to get close, but Hastings will not let her get there. Annabelle Norquist, the leader of the defense, stopping her on the right side. Talking to Coach Gerlach before the game, and he told me specifically Annabelle Norquist is, quote, the leader of the defense. Not only that, but she's a state-ranked wrestler. She scored her first varsity goal on Monday versus St. Paul Academy. Minneapolis still with the ball here, trying to crush this Raider lead. Pesh with the ball on the wing, just above the 10-yard line. Pesh trying to find a pass. Pesh breaking to the middle, covered by 3 Raiders. Gives the ball up. The Raiders get it back, and here we are off to the races. Up the field we go. Elena Knoll goes to Gerlach. Gerlach looking for a shot. Steps around. Gerlach. That one went wide. No goal for Gerlach. Gerlach gets it back. Back out in front. Gerlach scores. Grace Gerlach with her 15th goal of the season.
Scored for the Raiders, number 13, Grace Gerlach, unassisted.
You see Gerlach here on the replay. She didn't score initially, but she didn't give up on the play. That's textbook definition of effort. Elena Knoll had that magnificent run, about 40-30 yards, all the way down from the defensive end to the offensive end before giving it up to Gerlach. Of course, Grace, the daughter of head coach Andy Gerlach. Grace is committed to play at Rockhurst University, the Division II school around the Kansas City area. Back in live action. Knoll, number 7, controlling the pace. Tried to get it over. Tried to get over to Siebenaller, but was unsuccessful.
Now, see, if you were me and I was my mom, you'd be in a whole.
Minneapolis controlling the ball. Tried to get it swiped away there by Schulte. Unsuccessful. Minneapolis going back with it. Dake still has the ball, number 5 for Minneapolis. Dake has been carrying it for a while now. We got offsides. You know, before the game, Minneapolis head coach Veronica Nash told me, quote, "It's been awesome to see them grow and become confident little by little despite our winning history." Minneapolis may have not won a game yet. There is Coach Nash there in the green skirt, or the green shirt and the skirt there in the middle. Gave me a lot of great information going into tonight's game to properly tell the story of her girls. Minneapolis School District proudly boasts 45 elementary schools, 7 middle schools, and 7 high schools. Our officials are trying to get everyone on side and ready to get this thing started back up. There's the whistle, and we will get things going. Dake still has the ball, but just gave it up. Midness has it. Annika Midness looking for her shot. Annika Midness wants it. Save by Kachuria. Here's Midness, number 4 there, running around the net. Kachuria watching her the whole way. Midness waits and waits, and then, oh, she gets the net right on it. Great save by Kachuria. We are going to have a free shot here from Midness. Here comes Midness. Broken up. The shot did not get away. Kachuria comes up with it. Great play by the Raiders. Here comes Siebenaller. Siebenaller on a big run, beats the Minneapolis defenders, and Siebenaller's going to go running. Here comes Siebenaller. Will she keep it the whole way? She will. Shot, score! Haley Siebenaller. Her second goal of the game. Siebenaller juggling the ball the whole way, blows by the Minneapolis defenders. Perfect shot, beats on the far side. Second goal of the game for Siebenaller. Raiders up 5-1. 4 minutes to go in the first. Ready to get back going here. Elena Knoll tries to control it. Recovered by Dake. Dake running around here. Those bright cleats. Gives it up to Midness, who now recovers. Midness, who just scored that, who almost had that opportunity, but came up empty. Got a lot of alumni here in the house tonight for the Raiders. Midness still has it. Midness trying to find a teammate to pass to. That goes down. Recovered by Minneapolis in the corner. Dake breaks in. Shot, easy save. Here's our penalty shot going to come in. Dake breaks in. Off the left post. No good. We're going to get a replay of this last shot here. A great opportunity by Dake, but it just hits the left post. Minneapolis still has the ball with Midness behind the net. Minneapolis breaking forward. Woodhouse had it, but she lost it. Now the other number 7 takes over. Here comes Elena Knoll running down the middle of the field. Gives it up to Gerlach. Gerlach isn't able to find it. Gerlach still chasing after it. Gerlach wins the battle, comes up with it. Here comes Gerlach, breaking towards the middle. Some sort of a separation issue here. Gerlach is going to retain possession. Here we go. We've seen this episode before, and the shot went left. Minneapolis ball. Wasted opportunity for the Raiders, but they're still up 5-1 as we get that shot of number 13, Grace Gerlach. Definitely a wasted opportunity. I really think that Grace could have just used her speed there to win that battle. Get a better shot maybe. Minnes is getting clobbered by Gerlach here on the near side. Gerlach and Schulte just using their sticks on Minnes. Recovered by Dake. Dake almost shoved out of bounds there by Norquist. Back over to Minnes. 48 seconds left in this first quarter. Raiders have dominated, up 5-1. Kind of expected to be, most certainly when you have a team like Minneapolis who hasn't won a game all year. But we've seen crazier things as Minnesota sports fans. Minneapolis in with it. This Raider defense, I know they've given up a goal, but they have really, really swallowed up Minneapolis, not giving them any clean looks. Here comes the penalty shot. It's going to be taken by Pesh. Here comes Pesh. Goal! Nithali Petch from Southwest High School, the junior, finishes the job, puts it behind Kachuria for Minneapolis' second goal of the game. Here's the shot.
Number 28, Nithali Petch, unassisted.
Nithali Petch, her first goal of the game, 5-2. 10 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. You know, I mean, maybe that's my fault at that point. I was doing all that talking about the great defense of Hastings, and they immediately give up a goal. Announcer jinx is real, folks. 10 seconds left here in the quarter. Knoll tries to recover it, but won't. Here comes Schulte. Time ticking down. 4 seconds to go. Gerlach has it. Gerlach wants to get one last shot. She's not going to get it. Minneapolis defended well, and Gerlach ran out of time. Nonetheless, the Raiders are up 5-2 at the end of the first quarter, and ideally, this is what we're going to be seeing for the rest of the game. Thank you for joining us on YouTube and your local TV station. My name is Carl Warner, and we have a Hastings girls lacrosse game versus Minneapolis. 3 more quarters to go.
Some you've heard of more, but it doesn't bother me cause I just love to explore. Interviewing owners and lending a hand. I love to assist for as long as they can stand.
Truly a sensational library of content for you on the Hastings Community TV YouTube channel, including all of the episodes of Take a Hike Mike. And that show has been running for a very long time. You can kind of see the progression of Mike Bramer there. But we take another look here at the Hastings bench, and we want to take a quick moment to remind you that Hastings Community TV Sports is proudly supported by Balanced Wealth Management. Balanced Wealth Management, retirement planning expertise. Thank you, Balanced Wealth Management. Lots and lots of great content on the HCTV YouTube channel. Just an excellent library. You think about aprons optional. You think about all of the school board meetings that happen, city council, so many great Hastings High School events, middle school events. You think about graduation ceremonies and whatnot. We have a really, really well-run crew out of the station out of the high school there on the 3rd floor. Beautiful night here in Hastings, Minnesota. Just like last night. A little bit warmer, no AC in the press box, so tonight was not necessarily the best night to wear jeans, but, you know, we're surviving. If tonight's anything timing-wise like last night was, we may have the entire 4th quarter in darkness, but right now the sun is yet to set. Hoping, of course, that all of our senior players here can have a wonderful outdoor graduation here on Todd Field at the beginning of June. Hopefully it was nothing like the 2021 graduation where I was a part of it, and it was 97 degrees that day. And it was, you know, planning on wearing a lot of dress clothes underneath the robe that day, and that was not what happened because it was, again, almost 100 degrees. As long as there's no rain. Now, we do have a beautiful indoor facility for our indoor graduation ceremonies, which you can watch replays of on Hastings Community TV YouTube channel, but obviously every senior would prefer to be outside in this great field and these bleachers. Back to game action now. Hastings up 5-2 on Minneapolis. This reminds me of December 5th, a couple of years ago, when the Vikings played the Lions in Detroit. And at that point, the Lions had not won a game all year. And the Vikings were still good enough to, like, hey, don't lose to Detroit. And they ended up being, you remember that last play of Jared Goff throwing the touchdown to St. Brown, and just as time expired, and you just remember the heartbreak there. Here comes Siebenaller. Siebenaller unable to handle it. No one wants to be the winless team's first win, you know? So that's what Hastings is trying to avoid tonight. Siebenaller breaks back towards the middle, loses the ball, offsides. Interestingly enough, we have, you notice in the background there, number 14 for the Raiders, Kyra Erickson is still recovering from a torn ACL suffered last fall from soccer. Try to get a look here. There she is. Kyra Erickson. You see that massive, to say the very least, leg brace there on her right leg. She is a team captain, and head coach Andy Gerlach is very proud of her, as the entire team is. And here she is running for the ball. Of course, having to be a little bit more gingerly than the average player, but just great effort and great resilience to be out back here so quickly. We all know what ACL injuries can do. Nelson has it for Minneapolis, gives it up. Dake has it now up on the north wing. Dake pressured by Miller of Hastings. Miller defending, accompanied by Norquist back there. Miller trying to not give any lanes to Minneapolis. The ball ends up going away. Midness carrying it. Gives it up for Dake. Heard a lot of their names tonight. Dake breaking towards the middle. She is going to be offsides or some sort of other disruption there. Hastings ball. No goal there, and here we go. Hastings is going to get going again. Here's Miller. Passes it up, but it will not be able to connect to Schulte. Schulte picks it up nonetheless, runs up the side. Schulte breaks towards the middle. No one's even by her. Schulte's getting way far up here. Gerlach. The pass was attempted for Grace Gerlach, but it was far left. I got a good feeling she's going to get the ball back, though. Yep, there it is. To Schulte. Schulte taking her time. Schulte breaking in. Schulte loses the ball. The ball's going to end up with Hastings. We're going to have a penalty shot here. Riley Schulte to put the Raiders ahead by 4. Riley Schulte. Save! Another one. Minneapolis able to break out. No goal for Hastings. Nelson has it, tried to get it out to Pesh. Raiders still maintaining that 5-2 lead. Minneapolis holding on, trying to keep this somewhat a game. How about those Timberwolves, man? Game 3 coming your way live from the Target Center in Minneapolis on Friday night. I believe the game starts at 8:30. And then on Sunday, they will finish off the sweep of the Denver Nuggets. You can hear the little knock in the background. Nikola Jokic, of course, of the Denver Nuggets was named MVP, his 3rd time MVP. His 3rd in the last 4 years. Arguably, he should have won it last year as well for 4 in a row. But this year, it was truly undisputed. This defense the Timberwolves have been playing, there's really no words to describe it. And then you look at Anthony Edwards and all the great work he's doing. Anthony Edwards is still multiple years away from his prime. Here comes Midness. I was so worried the other night when Rudy Gobert, when the news came out that Rudy Gobert wasn't going to be able to play. And congratulations to him off of the birth of his first child, him and his fiance. Minneapolis working it around. Pesh with the ball. Pesh defended so well by Norquist. Norquist finishes it, just the heart of that defense for Hastings. Here comes Norquist. Norquist has gone at least 40 yards now. Tried to give it up to Schulte, but wasn't able to connect the pass. Schulte is going to be able to pick the ball up on the ground, though. Move it around. And it's going to be Minneapolis' ball. So you're in the middle of this, one of the most important playoff series in the history of Minnesota, and then suddenly Rudy Gobert is just the defensive MVP, now that it's official, is just not going to be playing in the game. Oh, okay, that's great. And I had to have some conversations with some people in my life about the whole, how should we feel about that, ethically. And, of course, it didn't end up mattering at all. Here's Schulte in the middle. Because not only did they win the game, they played a better game than when they had Rudy Gobert in Game 1. And just what a gut punch to Denver for Minnesota to take both of those games. You may have heard on the broadcast last night, there is a picture of Naz Reid up here for good luck in the broadcast booth tonight at McNamara Stadium. I can confirm. Throw in by Hastings, save by Warrington. Warrington trying to find an outlet. Passes it down, stolen by Hastings. Here comes Hastings, up the middle. Haley Miller thought that she had a chance. Of course, head coach Andy Gerlach there in the blue shirt, and the gentleman with the white hair. Here is Haley Miller again. Haley Miller's going to have a free opportunity. Will she shoot it right away? No, she's going to run. She's going to run for it. Miller gets cut off. Pesh made a great play for Minneapolis, but Hastings has the ball back. Here's Siebenaller. Siebenaller for Knoll. Knoll running with it. Siebenaller's out in front. So is Schulte. Gerlach. Gerlach now. Gerlach. Ooh, threatened the shot. Pump fake. I think a lot of the Minneapolis players just held their breath. Heart skipped a couple beats there when Gerlach loaded up. Gerlach loading up again. Spin move. Gerlach. Save! Great save by the Minneapolis goaltender. But now we're back into action. Here's Schulte. Schulte moving in. Schulte chopped down. Here's Knoll. Knoll has the ball. Knoll goes wide left. Recovered by Hastings again. Kennedy has it. Kennedy for Hastings. CC Kennedy finds Siebenaller. Great rotations being run here by Hastings. Siebenaller trying to find a lane. Minneapolis won't give her one. Gerlach pass too wide. Gerlach will pick it up there right in front of Coach Veronica Nash of Minneapolis. Hastings putting on the pressure. This is like watching a power play in hockey. Just circling around, trying to find that perfect opportunity. Gerlach trying to make this a 4-goal lead. Gerlach gets a screen from Schulte. Gonna have a penalty shot here. Gonna have a nice replay here. Here is Gerlach. Whipped it wide left. Or whipped it into a save. Here comes Gerlach. Save by Warrington. Warrington with a great save. Cut off there. McGraw was fighting with Carlson there of Minneapolis. Carlson still has the ball. Pressured by McGraw. Minneapolis trying to find a cross. Here's Midnes. Midnes taking her time. Norquist will not budge. Hastings ball. Annabelle Norquist. Stolen. Turnover by Norquist. Norquist ain't giving up though. Wait, play's still going here. McClever still has the ball, gets chopped down. Penalty shot for McClever coming up. Eva McClever from Southwest High School is about to have a shot. The sophomore, Eva McClever. Couturier ready. That went in. That was not a direct shot. That was more of it was an unexpected bounce. Couturier was not able to handle. Hastings put on the pressure right away. Here comes a replay. You see McClever walking away. Ooh, I see what happened here. You take a look at this replay. McClever did not shoot right away and tricked Hastings into putting the pressure on. She took her time, was patient, and then put the ball where she wanted it instead of just taking a rushed shot. Great play by McClever. And now Hastings is only up by 2 on a team that, let's be honest, is far beneath them. One final look at that last play. If you're Hastings or the Hastings bench right now, I don't think this is, I know we're only in I know we're only in the second quarter. I don't think that this is enough breathing room for Coach Gerlach here. I think Coach Andy Gerlach would appreciate if we had a little bit more sizable of a lead. Here comes Hastings. Siebenaller out in front, unable to connect on the pass. Back to work now. Back to work for McClever. McClever now. Here's Miller. Miller down to Norquist. Norquist running up. Norquist going the full way. Norquist steps by. Hastings Community TV is proudly sponsored by Farmers Insurance, the Katie Lindbergh agency. You know, Katie Lindbergh, Hastings, Downtown Farmers Insurance. If you don't know insurance, man, you need to know her. Back in time here for Norquist. Norquist still has the ball, and she has the speed. Look for Norquist to run about 10 yards in. Oh, she'll give it up right away. Gives it up. Gives it up for Schultz. Schultz gives it up to Horton. Down to Gerlach. Gerlach taking her time. Gerlach charges up. Score! Grace Gerlach, another goal on the evening, puts Hastings up by 3. Just another day at the office for Grace Gerlach.
Number 13, Grace Gerlach, assistant.
Look at this replay here. Charges up, takes her moment, picks a spot. That's one thing that a lot of young hockey players and lacrosse players, it'll take them to the next level, is you don't just shoot the puck at an area of the net or the ball at the area of a net or the net in general. What you should do for the sake of accuracy is actually pick a specific spot, as if that spot in the net was the only place the ball or puck could go into. Dramatically help the accuracy. You know, you aim small, you miss small. 42 seconds left to go here in the first half. That one's going to fly way back out. Caitlin Wood fighting for it back there. Siebenaller wanted to find Gerlach, but no charade there. Caitlin Wood getting some minutes. Coach told me that she is a extremely hard worker for the Raiders. A lot of great things to say about the sophomore. There's Wood pressuring Beringer. 5 seconds left to go here. Will Hastings hit a shot. Gerlach charges up. Gerlach, one last shot. Wide. Kachuria has some relief. Maybe not as much relief as Maddie Warrington has on the Minneapolis side, as Kachuria gets her water bottle there and bring it back to the bench. We'll switch sides again, but we have reached the end of the first 2 quarters, and subsequently we have reached halftime. We will have a short 5-minute break, and we will come back with you for the second half of this closer than what would be ideal game for the Raiders. It's the Hastings Raiders versus the winless Minneapolis girls.
He gets the pin. What a move, what a goal! Oh, and a shot scores! The Raiders, can they get the lift? Yes, they do.
Just snipes one.
Oh my God! And reaching up and making the play. It's moving. It's over. Looking to throw, and she's going to get the first down.
One! Touchdown, Raiders!
How can I help you today?
I don't think I'm in the right place. I have big dreams, like crab brewery-sized dreams.
I like it.
Your bank is very,
Cozy?
yes.
Yeah, I know what you mean. We prefer more personal interactions. We dedicate the majority of our space to our customers' dreams.
Wow. Look at that.
I know, it never gets old.
Wow, this is way bigger than your office.
At Hastings Community TV, we have been telling the story of Hastings since 1983. By supporting HCTV, you are supporting weekly live high school sports coverage, community events, original shows like Take a Hike Mike, Man on the Street, Aprons Optional, and Around the Mic. You are also contributing to coverage for school events, graduation, prom, school board meetings, and the student-run broadcast journalism course, The Echo.
HCTV is your one-stop shop for all things local government. This coverage includes city council and other local government meetings, forums, PSAs, local news packages, and so much more.
HCTV also provides virtual alternatives to in-person viewing for notable events around Hastings. We make all of our content viewable to everyone by putting it on TV, YouTube, Facebook, and our website for on-demand viewing.
With more and more people cutting cable each year, a major source of our funding is continuing to decline. Your support is vital to keeping our small nonprofit sustainable. If you would like to give a donation, you can go to hastingstv.org/donate. To learn about our sponsorship program, where your business will be recognized in our programming, check out hastingstv.org/sponsors.
And welcome back to Todd Field at McNamara Stadium for this girls lacrosse game between your Hastings Raiders and Minneapolis. My name is Carl Warner. You've been listening in. And the Raiders are 24 minutes away from handing Minneapolis their 9th loss of the year in 9 games. Unfortunately, at the moment, Hastings is only up by 3. Now, Hastings has controlled a majority of the possession tonight, and they've controlled a lot of just the pace. So it could be, in reality, it could be like 10-3 right now, but at this point, it's only 6-3. Minnesota Twins currently in the top of the 5th inning, up 4-1 versus the Seattle Mariners. They're in their 3rd game versus the Mariners. They will finish up that series tomorrow. Of course, the Twins are just off of that 12-game winning streak, which is the longest winning streak since 1991. Getting ready to go here, and this game has been a little bit faster than last night's boys game, so we may not have as much darkness as we originally thought. We thank you again for joining us here. Minneapolis gets going again. That is Pesh running up with the ball, number 28. Pesh has it, pressured by Kennedy. In the middle. That's Walker. Walker goes in. She gets hit hard. Walker goes flying. Norquist goes flying. Norquist is using her wrestling background there to not escape the physicality. You see this collision between Walker and Norquist. Comes the penalty shot. That one will not find the back of the net. Save by Kachuria. Here comes Knoll. Knoll now with a big run. Knoll's got nothing but green grass in front of her. Knoll up the front. Tries to find Siebenaller. Hastings ball. Excuse me, no, that was behind the goalie, so that's going to come up Minneapolis. A wasted opportunity there for Hastings. Back in now. Definitely a wasted opportunity there for the Raiders, especially if they don't cash in here. Siebenaller trying to find the perfect place. Finds Knoll. Schulte now. Riley Schulte looking for a pass. Gets a screen from Knoll. Riley Schulte up the middle. Gets chopped down. We are going to have a penalty shot for Riley Schulte, one of the team captains for the Raiders. And she's going to have nothing in front of her, so here comes Schulte on the whistle. Great save by Warrington. Great save. Warrington dumps it out. Minneapolis will restart. That is if the outlet pass could connect. Norquist is just, Norquist throwing the body around, comes up with it. Great, just great effort from Norquist. Coach favorite, one of them. Not a team captain, but most certainly one of the hardest workers on the team. The defensive anchor. Here's Knoll. Knoll running around. She has Schulte in front. She also has Gerlach, which she gives it to Gerlach. Gerlach weaving. Staying outside of that crease. Gerlach still has it. Gerlach tries to give it up for Knoll. It goes wide right. Hastings ball. Here's a quick replay of what just happened there. You see how that shot went wide right. Siebenaller now. It's Siebenaller. It's Gerlach. Here comes Gerlach. Gerlach's going to have a penalty shot. This, if you're going to break the game open, you imagine it's got to start right here, right now. With Grace Gerlach, another save. I don't even know. Did that deflect off of Warrington, or was that? I guess we'll just have to save that as we move on here. Torkelson throws it in. Torkelson still with it. Down to Schulte. Schulte carrying it in front. Siebenaller down to Knoll. Knoll breaks for the front. Blocked by the defenders. Toon has it. Number 15 there. Layla Toon. Sophomore gives it up for Gerlach. Gives it up to the more experienced forward. Gerlach breaks towards the middle, has no one in front of her. There goes Gerlach. Great save by Warrington. Warrington's heating up. And she hears it from the Minneapolis bench. What a great save by Warrington. Look at this shot, man. I mean, just look at this. So Gerlach breaks in the middle. No one in front of her. And just great save. Maddie Warrington putting on an early second half show. Siebenaller for Knoll. Knoll still has it, lost it for a second. Knoll got more speed. Knoll wants it, she gets it. Elena Knoll showing why Andy Gerlach calls her an extremely hard worker. Just some great junior play here. She put on the Jets to beat every defender and finish the job. Warrington wasn't going to stop that one. Lots of substitutions here coming in for the Raiders. You'd imagine that a few of those players on the bench would like if the Raiders could get a more sizable lead here, as you see Knoll take a break, as well as I think that's Kennedy on the ground. Some of those backup players would, of course, like the Raiders to grow the lead so they could get a little bit more playing time, or at least in a different position. But right now, the main goal for the Raiders still has to be winning the game. Sure, at some point here, we'll be able to get a shot of the bleachers here. We have a big contingent of boys lacrosse players who have shown up to support their fellow lacrosse players. Fighting for it is Dake. Both number 5s fighting for it. That was Bezdikek, first-year player. Bezdicek with it. Bezdicek. Olive Carlson, number 18, there for Minneapolis, has it. Down to Bierlinger. Bierlinger's got it. Closely watched by Kachuria in net. Norquist shutting her down, along with Kachuria. That's quite the 1-2 punch of Kachuria and Norquist. Hastings recovers it. That'll be Siebenaller. Siebenaller's going to go for a run. Using that speed. Tries to find Gerlach in the middle. She will. Gerlach between. No shot. No shot that was going in. That was a less than ideal opportunity. The Raiders have it back now, though. Trying to pick up where they left off. Here's Siebenaller. Siebenaller. Ooh, that was a good chance in the middle. Great play in the middle for Clara Birkin. Unable to finish. Haven't called her name a lot tonight. Gerlach just chopping away like a tree there. Annabelle Norquist is everywhere in this game. Everywhere, anywhere, all at once. Omnipresent almost on the field. Yeah, a great state wrestler for Hastings. Of course, Hastings has been really, really dominant on the mat for the last few seasons and even in the history before that, but Hastings really etching their mark. And it helps to have that beautiful facility on that lower level of the Hastings gym there in the wrestling room at Hastings High School. Here comes Bieringer. Bieringer goes to Carlson. Olive Carlson carries it up for Minneapolis. For the black and white, here's Carlson.
Ooh, I actually got that replay. I got that clip of
Walker. Walker breaks in the middle. She'll shoot. She'll miss to the right. Minneapolis ball. Minneapolis will continue. Hannah Precious now in there on defense. Olive Carlson will get this thing up and started again. Olive Carlson moves it down to Walker. Walker closely guarded. Norquist isn't going to give her an inch. Norquist refuses to let her in. Great defensive action here from Norquist. And back to the goaltender. Great defensive play by the Raiders. Kachuria comes up with it. Raiders clear. Raiders will get the ball back. Siebenaller is going to do the run. Here comes Bezdacek. Bezdacek has it for the Raiders. You can hear the fans. The fans were telling Bezdacek, take it to the house. Some of our attendees here are kind of confused why Bezdacek stopped running. Lily may have had a breakaway there, but instead opted for a more teamwork-centric play. Gerlach now with the ball. In the middle, it gets chopped down. Minneapolis will recover. Still fighting for it. Gerlach comes up with it. How many times have we said that tonight? Gerlach out in the middle. Siebenaller, goal! Haley Siebenaller, third goal tonight.
Scoring for the Raiders, number 16, Haley Siebenaller.
Siebenaller making a great case for game MVP. If we had, I know some high-level soccer out there, some of those athletes will wear very smart little tiny computers somewhere on their body, so during the game they can tell how far they've ran or what their heartbeat was like. I guarantee you, if you put tiny little odometers on all of our Hastings Raiders tonight, Hannah Siebenaller would she may have a little tiny challenge from Norquist, but Siebenaller would easily, Haley Siebenaller, excuse me, would be up there for most feet ran, most miles ran tonight. Minneapolis now with it, down by 4. 13 minutes left in the game for Minneapolis. If they want to end their season-long losing streak, they have to start something now. We'll have continue to run the clock here. Here's Rachel Walker from Minneapolis with her free shot. Rachel Walker breaks in. That one's going to sky high. Kachuria comes up with it. No, she does not. That one goes out in front. The other number 9 for Hastings, Riley Schulte. Riley Schulte now defending Olive Carlson. That's a goal for Minneapolis. What a great shot. Olive Carlson with a great move. Around here. Where's this? Annika Minnis, actually. Annika Minnis unassisted here. We'll get another shot of this replay. Look at number 4 there behind the net. 20 seconds left in the, what a great shot. 20 seconds left, 21.3 seconds exactly. Ready to get back underway. The sun has officially set here in Hastings, Minnesota. We are now officially under the lights. Minneapolis comes up with the draw. Olivia Schultz for Hastings, sacrificing her body for Gerlach, maybe to make this play. Gerlach, almost ate a stick to the face. Gerlach chopped down by Warrington. End of the third quarter. 1 quarter to go from Hastings. We are looking at a 7-4 Hastings lead. Minneapolis has not won a game all year, and it looks like that's not going to change, but crazier things have happened. So we will send it to a short break, and on the other side, we will have the 4th quarter. Carl Warner from McNamara Stadium.
Who are we? We are artists. We are entertainers. We are storytellers. We are teachers. We keep you informed. We follow the action. Who are we? We are Hastings Community TV.
Welcome back. We are ready for the 4th quarter to get underway as we have a little bit of a break in the action here. Have another chance to tell you that Hastings Community TV Sports is sponsored by Farmers Insurance, the Katie Lindbergh Agency. Katie Lindbergh, Hastings, Downtown Farmers Insurance. If you don't know insurance, well, you need to know her. Quick check-in here on our Twins. Top of the 6th, still leading 4-1. Panthers are up on the Bruins in Game 2 of the Eastern Conference semifinals at the end of the 2nd period. Oilers and Canucks are going to play Game 1 tonight, big Canada series there. Pacers up on the Knicks at Madison Square Garden at halftime. Tickets for that game in New York City tonight were starting at $300 to get inside of Madison Square Garden. Tyrese Halliburton has bettered the Jalen Brunson-led Knicks so far, but of course they're only up by 10. Minnesota Lynx took care of the Mystics in the WNBA preseason today. Of course, this season is a little bit different for the WNBA now that you have superstar Caitlin Clark, as well as Angel Reese and a few other high-profile players coming in from college and otherwise. It'd be really awesome to watch Caitlin Clark and those other really talented players make their impact on the Women's National Basketball Association this year. As far as the Hastings ladies tonight, they are trying to protect a 3-goal lead. 12 minutes left to go. And just want to remind you that Minneapolis has played pretty well tonight, keeping in mind that they lose most of their games by 10 or more goals. Here comes Gerlach. Minneapolis will play next on Monday the 13th versus Hutchinson, and the next day against Columbia Heights, both of those games at home for them. Those are their only 2 remaining games left on the schedule. As far as Hastings goes, we'll have Gerlach. Scores. Easy money for Grace Gerlach. Puts the Raiders ahead by 4. This is what we want to see from the Raiders. We want to see this. We want to, when you win a game like this, you don't want it to be close. You don't want to play down to your competition, with all due respect to Minneapolis. You want to make an impact. We'll have the replay here as she took a pretty good run in, and then rather than just having the ball fly straight forward, she bounced it off the ground to make an unpredictable angle that Warrington would have to deal with. Great shot there by Gerlach. Another reason why she is committed to play at Rockhurst University next year. Hastings has one more college commit. That would be Riley Schulte. She's going to be playing at UW Stout, D3 school next year. Congratulations to both of our college commits here from the Hastings girls roster. Hastings will be back in action on Friday. We will have that game for you here on Hastings Community TV versus Tartan North. They will have a full week off before they play again on the 17th at Irondale and then at Holy Family on the 20th. Then they will finish off the regular season on the 21st versus Bloomington Kennedy Burnsville, and on the 23rd at home versus Mound Westonka. Believe it or not, because of the significance of the Mississippi River, Hastings is actually 14 years older than the city of Minneapolis. Hard to believe, obviously, because you think about how Minneapolis has a population of over 400,000 people compared to the only 22,000 for Hastings, as Minneapolis works behind. Minneapolis' finest girls lacrosse players at the high school level, trying to take action to Hastings here. Hastings nursing a 5-goal lead. Here is Walker. Last year in the playoffs, Minneapolis lost in the Section 6 play-in 0-18 to Apple Valley. What a move. That was just a... Did she miss that to the left? There was no goal. She missed it to the left. Oh my goodness, look at... Wait, are they awarding her the goal? We're looking at the replay here, but just look at this from... Oh my goodness. Nithali Pesh completely put Claire Kachuria on ice skates, had Kachuria going to the complete wrong side of the net, and then, oh, Pesh had a wide open net and she missed it to the left. Here's the replay. I'm sorry, I don't mean to dig in at her, but this is just crushing. Oh, she had the whole net and she missed it right to the left. And you saw that look of disdain on her own face. She knew what opportunity she had to give Minneapolis a chance here. Schultz gives it up. Siebenaller puts it over the net for Birkin. Here's the replay. Siebenaller had a great pass here into Birkin, and then Birkin just went right over the net. Just a few inches lower. Just a few inches lower. We mentioned what Minneapolis did in the playoffs last year. Hastings lost 2-19 to Cottage Grove in the Section 3 quarterfinal. Last year, the girls' high school state championship was won by Benilde St. Margaret by defeating Edina in a thrilling 11-10 game up at Stillwater High School. Of course, both of these teams would love for an opportunity to get close to playing in that sort of a situation. Looks like a few of our boys players have found their way to the other tower on the other end of the south bleachers there for their own vantage point of the game. Carlson has it. Olive being pressured by McGraw. McGraw and Horton. Horton is on Midness. Miller's in there. Lots of commotion. Coming up the middle now. Kennedy. Kennedy recovers it. Pressured by Bieringer. Some animated fans here. Raiders up by 5, but nonetheless, the passion never stops for our varsity athletes.
There was no auto. There was GLaDOS. I heard GLaDOS. my fellas love to play.
We are just 3-on-1 against Minneapolis here. Dake now. Dake being pressured by Kennedy and Birkin. Dake moving up in front of the Hastings bench. Dake is just, she's got so many white jerseys around her. Dake is just carrying it the whole way for Minneapolis here.
Yep.
Finally gives it up to Midness. Midness controls, tries to slow things down after that dramatic run by Dake. 6 minutes left here in the fourth quarter from Todd Field. Pesh now trying to do that same move. No dice this time. Kachuria was not going to make that same mistake twice. Of a stoppage in play here. $34,000 students in the Minneapolis School District. Of course, that accounts for all grade levels, K through 12. Min is back with it now for Minneapolis. Annika Midness. Knowles on her, excuse me, that is Schultz. Schultz is on her. Heavy pressure. Holding on to it. Minneapolis. Here's Pesh. Hastings just has a wall of white jerseys here. Almost an impenetrable defensive line here for the Raiders. Raiders doing a great job on defense. Dake has it back, running out of time. 5 minutes to go. They'd have to average 1 goal per minute if they wanted to tie this game.
My car popped. Yeah, my car popped. My camera isn't entirely
I believe Walker has it for Minneapolis now. Walker trying to walk on in. And picked up by Kachuria. Siebenaller gets it back. Siebenaller tricks the defender. Long outlet pass, won't come up. Here's Gerlach. Gerlach moves inside. Gerlach's one-on-one. Gerlach steps inside. Oh, she tried to flip that thing up there, unable to get it across. Back to Raider ball. I reckon Siebenaller might get this. No, she will not. Will come down to Birkin. Here's Gerlach. Gerlach misses again. It's a good look at Gerlach there, who is trying to score a few more before this one is officially in the books. Down to Siebenaller. Picks it up on the after a wild couple of bounces there. Gerlach to Kennedy. Kennedy. Schulte. Schulte. Rotates for Gerlach. Gerlach out in front. Scores! Beautiful offensive play between Schulte and Gerlach. Great teamwork. You could watch this play develop here. You'll be able to watch 13. I know it's easy to look at the girl with the ball, but you look at Gerlach, get in position there, and just be in the right spot at the right time. You look at 13, waiting patiently for this. Out of frame a little bit here because we were focused on Schulte, but just great movement by Grace Gerlach. And now Knoll and Kennedy will take a seat. Riley Schulte on the draw for Hastings. Three minutes, 15 left in the game. Hastings now with a very comfortable 4-10 lead. Starting to look like Minneapolis is going to lose their 9th game of the season.
Where do you think they send all the bad players who are misbehaving. Of course it's getting exciting.
The only win, the last time Minneapolis won a game was May 11th of last year when they beat Columbia Heights 8-6 at home. Hastings Community TV Sports is supported by Balanced Wealth Management. Balanced Wealth Management, retirement planning expertise. Now keep in mind, Minneapolis after this, their next game is at home versus Hutchinson. So, here's what's at stake. If Minneapolis does not have some sort of miracle comeback here, they will officially go one full year without winning a girls' lacrosse game. Minneapolis working behind the net. That's going to be Pesh. Pesh works around the right side, able to sneak it by her. Pesh. That's gonna boost the confidence a little bit. Pesh with some face paint going on there. Okay. But Pesh, Nithali Pesh had, of course, that opportunity a few minutes ago where she just completely bunked it, and now she makes up for it by a much more difficult goal. Kachiria watching her the whole way, sneaks it over that left shoulder, and that's all she wrote on that Nithali Pesh goal. Southwest High School junior, Nithali Pesh. Back to action here. 1 minute, 42 seconds to go. I spoke of this miracle comeback a couple of minutes ago, and now I'm starting to be afraid. I think we'll be fine. Minneapolis now still remains in control. See if they can whip off a few quick ones here, but not if the passes continue to look like that. Pesh back with the ball. Kyra Erickson, the one with the leg brace right there, number 14. Of course, Hastings High School, a wonderful athletic trainer, Jill Contreras. Principal Scott Duran. Mr. Doran has been at the helm now for a few trimesters. Superintendent Dr. Tammy Champa. Kyra Erickson's shot is going to go wide left. Clock will stop with 46 seconds left to go. Hastings Raiders fans are very passionate about this team. Hastings would win their 5th game of the year. And this one seems just about all but over. Clara Birkin has the ball for Hastings, number 12. Here on this penalty shot. Will she shoot it right away, or will she take a longer run? Minneapolis bench cheering on their goaltender, and it comes up. The Minneapolis bench lets her hear it as Maddie Warrington makes another great save. Kick save by Warrington. Warrington launched that one. 20 seconds left in the game. This one seems all but over, but Minneapolis is still playing fiercely. Miller with the ball. Flag will fly with 10 seconds to go. Minneapolis will continue to have this here, but it is all but over. Raiders will win 10-5. and they run in on Claire Kachuria. A great game from their goaltender, their sophomore goaltender. We thank all of our officials tonight, all of our wonderful fans and supporters who came out to watch this girls lacrosse game. Your final score is Minneapolis 5, your Hastings Raiders 10. The Raiders pick up their 5th win of the season. Their record now stands 2-3 in the Metro East and 5-3 overall. Minneapolis will go to 0-7 in their conference and 0-9 overall as the handshake line continues to go here. And next up for Hastings, we will have the Friday matchup against Tartan. Tartan North, a co-op between North High School and Tartan. Our credits tonight, our producer-director is going to be Hunter Pinky, camera operators, Kurt Radke, Seth Essler, Tori Selner, and Max Slocum. And on graphics and replay, we have Hunter Pinky as well. My name is Carl Warner on play-by-play and color tonight. You have been watching on YouTube, on your smart TV, on whatever device YouTube can run, or on your local TV, Hastings Community TV's broadcast of girls lacrosse. Thank you once again for watching. We will see you on Friday for the Tartan North versus this same exact Hastings Raiders squad. We will see you then. Signing off from Todd Field, I'm Carl Warner.